Hello, 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 Scorpios. How's everybody doing today? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are and whenever you're watching this. My name is Patty, and I am going to be doing your intuitive tarot. I'm also going to be mixing in astrology and numerology. I think it's really important to get the energies from all aspects. But you will hear me talk about intuitive and the divine because I believe that is where we should get all of our source from, all our wisdom, all our knowledge, and where we are supposed to be going, and all of our answers to our struggles and our challenges. So let's get started. This is going to be what is this going to be? I'm all ahead of myself. This is 12th through the 18th because I'm getting ready to do the new moon reading. Yeah, guys, you've got a new moon coming in on the 11th. I apologize if you've watched another sign and you heard me say the 12th. I was thinking the 12th only because it's late on the 11th. It's coming in, I think, at like 10:38 p.m. So I kept saying the 12th. So my apologies. It is the 11th. And I was going to do the reading on the 12th, but it's going to be on the 11th. So if you haven't subscribed and seen that thumbnail, you can do that and hit the notifications. You'll know when I'm on live for your sign or any readings that I'm going to be doing. I have a couple videos uploaded I'm going to do and put out there. One is to why pick or watch my YouTube tarot over some others, and not saying anybody's bad, but I've been asked a lot of the times, why should I watch yours over somebody else's? And a lot of the times other tarot readers don't mix astrology and numerology, or they don't have the intuitive part of it as I do, the connection with divine. So anyway, that'll be coming out. So let's get started because you don't want to hear all this mumbo jumbo. It is the 12th through the 18th. So for the new people, I'm going to be pulling 3 oracles. The first oracle is for the divine's message to you today. What he's trying to get across to you. Maybe you've been asking for something. Maybe you've been praying for something. Maybe you're struggling through something. And this will be his help through this reading for you with this card. All right. Second card is the current energies for the 12th through the 18th. And then the third card would be future energies, which I'm going to say is going to carry through the next 2 months, at least. I'm going to say 2 to 3 months. So let's see what these cards are. Now, I would ask Divine if you could please pick some different cards because you've been picking the same card for like 2 weeks now. Nope. He's going to stay on the same track. Oh, are you serious? Wow. He's really, really trying to focus in on that. Same cards. I'm not joking. There's 58 cards here. 57, 58. It's the same 3 for the last 2 weeks. And I shuffle and I shuffle and I shuffle. So, first card out, remember, is the Divine's card. Very interesting. It is the High Priestess. Discernment, your prophecy, your vision, your intuitiveness. That little voice in your ear that tells you what to do, what not to do, but you don't pay attention to it. Because it's also in numerology, if you look at it, it's the number 2. This is about balance. I always say this, you're like, oh my gosh, she's repeating this again. I don't know what's going on up there in the planets and the moon and divine. I don't know what's going on, but it's balance. It's patience. But the number 2 is also balance, which the planets are saying, getting ready to do the new moon reading. They're saying that also, but you got to remember that the number 2, you got to think of it as that sword card. You can either bring things together or you can divide them. So you can cut something like a butter knife, steak knife, a ginsu knife, whatever, or you can actually bring it together. But the idea with that sword is to bring balance. Bring the negative and the positive into balance, the yin, the yang, whatever you want to call it, the low vibration, the high vibration, bring them all into balance because we have to have both to bring into balance. Okay, so the second card for this week is, I'm not joking, this little dude has shown up almost in the middle every time. So this is really, really a key week for all the signs because this is really watching out. The Raven is about synchronistic events. I'm not going to talk about magic. I'm not going to talk about coincidence because I don't believe in them. I believe that everything happens for a reason because that is our destiny. Ooh, you can see my light. I got one of those little fancy things because it just sort of helps make me look a little more beautiful. Yeah, right. Anyway, so the synchronistic events is the destiny. It's the step-by-step things that people come into our lives, things that happen to us, things that, events that happen that seem to go in line. And we can't, well, it's like, why is this happening? And some people are going to say it's a coincidence. It's a coincidence. Well, when you get to the third, fourth, fifth coincidence, like I had a coaching session yesterday with somebody, and it's just like these things, and it's like coincidence. It's not coincidence. This is a destiny. There's something coming up that there is a reason why all these little steps are happening, and it is either to end something so that a door can close so a new door can open. So the Raven is getting ready to fly from old to new. So I'm not sure what this is for somebody's life, but this is also goes together with divine. And the reason why, because when you have a vision, when you have a purpose and a calling, it's a step by step. It's not just like, oh, well, that person, there's prophets. Don't get me wrong. Somebody who is a child and can do symphonies and play the piano like Beethoven. And these are prophecies. These are special things that are happening to that person for a reason. However, for us more normal, I don't have to even say normal, just people in general out there that doesn't happen to, we do have to work at something or we have to watch it something. Our talents have to be awakened, and then they also need to be brought to different levels. That's why we grow. We go from a novice to intermediate to advanced to master. So that is something that is a synchronistic event. When something begins to grow. In a garden, we talk about the garden all the time, guys, because the garden starts out with nothing. So you got this grass. Well, you got to kill the grass. You've got to till it. You got to get it all clean. You got to get the soil. You got to get the nutrients in the soil. You got to get water in there. You got to put a fence around it. You got to get the seeds. You got to plant the seeds. The seeds got to grow. The little sprouts come up. They start coming up. Whoop, you might have to prop them up with sticks, or if it's tomatoes, one of the round things, that kind of thing. It's a step-by-step process. It's a relationship, step-by-step process. So this is what this week is talking about. What are you going through that you're going through a step-by-step, or you want to jump the steps, can't do it? Because here's the thing, if you jump steps, you're not going to learn the lesson, and then you're going to cycle back and do the same old thing again. Because the future energy is truth. This is divine. 100% divine. Divine truth, absolute truth, not human, not worldly truth, not low. I'm going to sort of start thinking of this because I was listening to somebody this morning. He's like, no, it's not low vibrational truth, high vibrational truth. You've got worldly truth, which is low vibrational, human truth. And then you've got high vibration. You've got high energy truth. You've got divine truth. All right. Makes sense. So this is something that somebody has to learn. This is going to be a process. Do you know how hard it is for somebody? It takes a lot of courage and strength, because this will change this synchronistic event is going to change somebody's life forever, because it takes a lot of courage to go from a low vibrational lifestyle to a high vibration, meaning, and I'll use me as an example. I used to lie, manipulate. I used to figure out ways to control things, and if I could, make them sound better, then it's gonna lift them up, and I could get whatever I wanted. Very low vibrational, very low, and it can keep you there because you're getting what you want, but that's selfish. But to turn your life around and now put that other person, when I lied and cheat, yeah, I even took money that I shouldn't have taken, which now I have paid my dues to go pay back. What do you call that? I righted my wrongs. Sorry, that was a gnat. I got little gnats from my plants in here. The stuff that I've been putting on them is not working to get rid of the gnats. So this is the thing, is to turn your life around and say, you know what? I'm going to turn my life around 100%. That is going to put that old person gone. The new person comes out. The new person doesn't go back. So every time I want to say something that's manipulative or a lie, or I want to get something for my own gain and not care about their feelings, I would stop myself and say, nope, I made a new leaf and I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to let divine control it, because I wanted to control everything. And I learned that very well from a good master, my mother. So we learn these things. And do you know why the raven, this artist probably chose the raven? Because the raven, if you look at biblical times, is a very unclean bird. And a lot of the times, if you look at biblical times, you look at somebody that's unclean. You know, they used to talk about a prostitute or things like that. But that is where the divine works the most, because people would look down on them and judge them. When he would turn around, and I don't know if you know this, but it says, for those, I can't remember it, but those who have not sinned or have not done the same can cast the first stone against this prostitute. And nobody could. They all had to walk off because everybody sinned, right? So everybody's looking down and judging this person, and that person is the same as everybody else. That unclean bird is just another bird that has problems that are showing, and other people's are hidden. Like cheaters, that's hidden. Like people that sneak and watch porn, that's hidden. Why can't you do that out in the open? Why can't you, why can't you be honest and open about that? That's what I'm talking about. Things that are hidden. People are judgmental. This is why the truth, and that saying, that old saying, this truth will set you free, a million times. Loving it. I really am. It will set you free. Now somebody's going to have a bunch of opportunities here coming up, and you're going to have the opportunity to be honest and truthful and do with the right thing, or you're going to actually go back and go to your old ways. I don't know who this is for, but there's somebody out there that is my old me. Yes. Deceitful. I didn't drop this first card. This is not me, guys. I don't know how the divine does it. But deceitful, the Seven of Swords, will take anything and everything for themselves. Somebody out there just is all about take, doesn't care how they do it, doesn't care how they get it. And this is going to affect somebody's future here really quick. But for somebody else, I think somebody is ready to change that, because you're sick and tired of being sick and tired of it. Creates, you have to, if you're a liar, my gosh, the energy it takes. The energy it takes. And you got to remember every lie you told everybody, because as soon as you get the wrong story off of somebody or tell somebody the wrong story, they're going to like, didn't you say? And that person immediately is going to know you're a liar. And it gets you nowhere other than spiraling down in that low vibrational energy. Like a toilet bowl. You just start swirling, and then all of a sudden you go down. Got to break that habit. Got to break that pattern. And that's what the divine is saying with all three cards. And he is saying it's time to get your shit together and turn things around. You'll usually hear me say that cuss word, and that's about it. Unless I'm really mad. Then my daughter will say, you said the F word. You must be really mad. That's the only time I will. Because if somebody wants to know how mad I am, I'll use the F word. Otherwise, I never do. Because everybody's like, you cussed? Then you know I'm mad. All right. So because we have these opportunities coming, again, see, it showed up again. So we have the sun. We have some bright, great, beautiful opportunities. However, you got to pay attention to that vision. There is something inside of you burning that you cannot explain that really wants to come to the forefront, and it is a destiny. It's a situation where each step is happening, whether you fight it or not, it's still happening, and you got to pay attention to what that is, because that itself, guys, is the truth. So you've got to look at this opportunity coming up. Now, the one thing with this opportunity, there's a lot of things going on here, right? And there's a lot of things going on in your life. There's a lot of things going on around you in the world and everything. Stop. You just stop in your tracks. You cannot focus and listen with all that noise and vibration and frequencies out there. You just can't. So you have to stop and say, you know what? I'm not going to listen to the news because I really can't do much about all this worldly stuff going on. I'm not going to get on social media and listen to all this gossip going on, or look at this picture and say, oh, wow, and share it, and then realize it's been photoshopped a million times over, which isn't even really the truth anyway. This is the old person that needs to step back, because when we get all these things situated, we are stopping this synchronistic event, this destiny that's coming forward, from opening a new door. Because divine is saying, stop this craziness. So I stopped listening to the news. I will listen to 10 minutes of the news, local news, to see what's going on around me. I will listen about 10 minutes of the main news that's going on out in the world, and that's it. And I pray over the world and the earth and my community and the people around me, and that's where I leave it, because you can be so absorbed about all these distractions that are going around you. You cannot focus on bettering yourself. You cannot change this low vibration to a high vibration because your mind is so full of clutter. Your mind is so full of crap. Like we say, garbage in, garbage out. You know, and that's why I'll get a couple of people on here talking about political correctness and the divine is energy. You know what? I'm not stupid. I'm very brilliant. Actually, I know this. This is how I do my channel. You want to get politically correct, go outside to the world where you want to make noise about something that isn't that important, and go do it out there. Because right now you have to focus. The divine is saying focus. Whatever it is that's getting you distracted to going to this old low vibrational, you got to break that habit. This is a cycle that's not going to get broke if you keep allowing yourself to lie, keep allowing yourself to manipulate, keep yourself allowing you to control. Now, this may not be you. This may not resonate. This ain't me. But I know somebody who's like this. Let them watch this video. You know, because it's not always about, when I do the signs, it's not about you guys. It could be about somebody coming towards you. It could be somebody in your family. It could be, you know, just all of a sudden you come across a person that seems to be this way. And then you know how to act and react to that person based on your spiritual self, not the worldly self. All right. So this is going to be a huge turnaround for somebody, because you're ending, all I can hear is end old self, new self. And what that means is you need to change from this old way to a new way. And the only way that you can do that and open that door is to begin the process. This is a process. Remember in the very beginning, I said you cannot break the steps. See, I don't even know why I say some of the stuff I do, but he has a key why I do, because you've got to be able to break those old steps. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is what I'm just talking about. You have to just immediately end something, and this new opportunity is there. Did I just not say that? Divine, thank you so much. Because he is really, really pounding into somebody. And why, the purpose of somebody being lying or betrayal of this nature, do you know what that is? That's fear. They're fearing that they cannot either hone up or be with the Joneses, or you're going to look down on them. This is something that needs to heal. That old self. The only way you can heal it is acknowledge that you do it. Say, okay, yep, I am doing that. I even ask my daughter sometimes, am I really that way? And if she acknowledges it, because she's a realist, she's like, yeah, you are. And she's not doing it as, She goes, I don't mean to hurt you, but yeah, you are. And then I turn around and say, okay. And if I've heard that 2 or 3 times from other people, I take hold of that and I end that habit right away, and I analyze it till I'm a Virgo, so it analyzes it until it's dead, so that I can have a new opportunity and a new thinking process. I have another new friend that's a realist, and he shared with me some things, and I'm like, oh, I like that way of thinking because I'm an idealist. So he shared me, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I really like that. It's very refreshing to get somebody else's ideas and opinions, because we're not all right, and we're not all always walking in truth. All right. Well, hello. Welcome. Is it Janan? I don't know if I pronounced that right. Welcome. So you really, at this point in time, guys, this is a time to end something. This is a behavior. Somebody's behavior, definitely. The old way has to stop, because first, it also too, thank you. So he's saying whatever you're doing is not affecting just you yourself. It's affecting people around you without you even knowing it. And that is 100% true. That is 100% true. Because I didn't even think about it, but when I met somebody and brought them here from Africa years and years ago, I did not think about I thought about myself and the person and helping them and making their life better for them, that kind of a thing. But I didn't even think that it would have a ripple effect, not only to my daughter, but to the people around us, and how it would ripple effect, because that person was very ungrateful. They were more of take, rather than being grateful for the opportunity when somebody else would have died for that kind of opportunity. Why they wouldn't allow that to be a grateful situation for somebody. All right. So this is a mindset thing that you have to really understand, that what you do doesn't stop with you. It affects the next person around you, the next person around you, the next person. Before you know it, you have a whole lake of ripples it affected because of a choice or decision you made. That's why this has to go away for somebody. And we know there's a lot of family members out there that are like this. You cannot control a family member, but you can control yourself, or how to lift them up to get them to change. You can bring ideas and tools. It's sort of like my tarot. I can give you ideas and tools and share with you what the divine says till I'm blue in the face, but you have to be the ones to want to do it. It's not my journey. You can choose to just stay wherever you are, or you can actually say, maybe she has a point about this. Let me see how this goes for my journey. There's not everything you're going to say, but I can't control it. I can't say, you need to be doing this. That would be completely wrong, because I don't know if that's the divine's want for you, because I'm not in your head. I'm not in your body. So we have the Page of Cups. Yes, we have another offering. And then we have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So 9 of Pentacles is a wish card. Oh, no, wait, take that back. That's the 9 of Cups. Excuse me. So this is in reverse, though. So we have 2 offerings together. And then we have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So we have a choice, and it either is going to work or it's not going to work. However, you've got the moon hidden right next to these. So you have a lot of opportunities, and this is the opportunities, and what is hidden is the way you decide to choose to go, because that's in your head and that's in your heart. So it doesn't know, and it could be good or bad either way. And you'll know right away if it was the wrong choice, because divine will make it hard. Divine will make it hard. If it is the right choice, divine will take this synchronistic events, take this vision, and start movement towards it. And it's not so hard. It's sort of like, oh, this was a good choice. This was what I should have done. So this is where those synchronistic events begin to happen after the choice that you've made. Got to make your choice in truth. All right? Got to make your choice in truth. Somebody keeps coming to my door. All right, so let's see what else we've got here. Holy Toledo, where does time fly, you guys? So this is really huge for somebody who's going to change their old self to a new self. This is going to be an opportunity for positive growth. This is going to be an opportunity to bring a new way in life and a more positive, truthful way. And it's going to turn your world right around to, yes, way up. Poof! It's going to turn way up. All right, so we're going to go to the moon, and we're going to go to the planets because we have the full moon, or excuse me, the new moon. Wow, that was fast. Oh, you got 4 cards. We have the new moon on the 11th. And the planets. Now, remember, the full moon energies are still pulling in, but on the 11th, so about the 8th, 9th, which about now, because I'm recording this on the 9th, these energies are starting to come in for this new moon. Again, this is shadow work. Oh, shadow work. This is completely shadow work. All right. And this is going to be... This is going to be tough for you guys because even the planets are talking about this. Again, this balance thing that's going on. We're fighting balance. So we have shadow work in the mountain because it is going to be hard to get through because somebody's going to fight themselves. As soon as they start to say a lie, they are not going to stop them. They're going to just continue it rather than say, let me say that differently. Cover your tracks just so you don't lie. So, oh, no, let me say that differently. And then tell the truth and then see what happens. Because your intuition is going to stop you, that your intuition is going to bump you and say, hey, maybe you shouldn't be doing this. Hey, say this right. Hey, and you got to trust it because home is you. Home is where your sanctuary is. Home is where your solidarity is. Home is where you can be safe, where you can do it, feel comfortable. And so don't actually feel like you have to doubt your intuition. This is a time where you have to really lean into your intuition because this is where your wisdom is. This is where your vision is. This is where your synchronistic events, your destiny is going to begin to happen. And then what turns around is this becomes a habit. This will become a habit. All right. So that is really, really important. This is the planets. This is the moon. And you're going to have some opportunities come and you're going to have to make a choice and a decision whether this is you, or if it is not you, you need to get them to turn around and say, you know what? I don't think that's true. What is the truth? What are you really talking about? Because you usually can tell when somebody's lying. There's a couple things in their body language actually that you can see that will indicate that they're not telling the truth. And I'm not going to share those with you because we might do that for another time. All right. The choice, it depends. Whatever's coming up with you, Janan, there is going to be a choice coming up. I don't know what that is for you because that's your journey and your walk, but something is going to come up that you're going to have to make here. This is the easiest way I can say it. You're going to have to make a decision based on integrity and morals versus your desire. And the desire is to... That's okay. But this might be for somebody. So the thing is, this might be a desire to want something, manipulate something, to get something for yourself. And the thing is to stop that. That's what the divine is saying. Go to your higher self, your higher power, and stop that process because it's going to actually ruin whatever opportunity you have coming up. The opportunity coming up is beautiful and high vibrational. I don't know what that is for you guys, but there is an opportunity of high vibrational, really good things coming up. But you're the one that's going to kill it, or the person who this resonates with is going to kill it because of the way that your mindset is and thinking. And you've got to stop that old person to get that new person. Oh, I got a flat eyelash in my eye. That's really bothering me. All right. But the moon is talking about that. And the moon and the planets are also, again, saying, don't doubt your intuition. So if you're getting that little voice, or you're getting that little tug, that little feeling, whatever, make sure you listen to it. All right. So don't forget, we have the new moon reading on the 11th at 1 p.m. and that's Pacific Standard Time here in the United States. So if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe and the notification, because in other countries, I don't know what time it is for a lot of different countries. I do have people all over the world that watch. You'd probably have to hit the notification. I think most of the time it's like 7 or 8 o'clock in the evening somewhere. I think in Germany, I think it's like that. Or no, it's even later than that, isn't it? Because 10 o'clock is 7. I just had a coaching session with somebody in Germany. That's why I know. So just make sure that you hit that bell. And also don't forget to like the videos, because that's what YouTube really watches for us, is if you like the videos, then it brings it up so that YouTube will actually share it even more. So I hope you enjoy this. And if I don't see you on the new moon reading, it will be live. You can ask questions like always, and bring in friends. I will see you on the 19th. All right, take care. Thank you, Janan, for popping me in. I really appreciate it. I thought you were coming at noon.